Prime Minister, Honorable Sainatian.
It's a great honor for me to be here this morning to join you and participate in this auspicious occasion. On behalf of the government of Fiji, it is my privilege to welcome you all to the country and to the Second Pacific Regional Energy and Transport Ministers meeting, the first ever to be hosted by the government of Fiji, in partnership with our co-host, the Secretariat of the Pacific Community, SPC. Quite apart from the nitty-gritty of this international meeting, we also hope that you will have the opportunity to enjoy the Fijian hospitality in the usual Pacific way while you are here. Talking of the Pacific way, this meeting today and the next 2 days is an opportunity for government policy makers, international experts, development partners, and industry stakeholders to come together and discuss issues and share ideas and share experiences in the areas of energy and transport that can assist in the sustainable development of our countries and our people. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme of this meeting is sustainable energy and transport services for all, for everybody in the Pacific. This theme has been chosen because it captures the nerve center of our vulnerability as a small island state in the Pacific, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, quite far away from our major source markets, where sustainable development as a nation is highly dependent on having an affordable, reliable, and efficient energy and transport services to drive our economy forward for the benefit of our people and their development. Energy and transport are key drivers of our economies, but they are also the two sectors that pose the greatest challenge to our sustainable development as a nation because of the cost of providing these two essential services to our people. The cost is huge and in some cases virtually unsustainable, as they are always driven from outside our national borders and therefore beyond our control. The Sustainable Development Agenda is the biggest challenge for our economies as small island states. The major challenge for all of us here today is to ask this question: how do we achieve it? How do you achieve sustainable development? How do we achieve it given our vulnerability? How do we achieve it given our limited resources, our small population, and the large distances from the major markets? The Pacific Plan gives us some strategic direction on how to address this problem, as it also focuses on sustainable development as one of its key pillars. The other key pillar of that document covers strategies on economic growth and good governance and regional security. These key strategic issues are important and critical to sustainable economic growth in our Pacific region. But the question remains, the question is, how do we achieve sustainable development in the face of rising fuel prices, in the face of climate change, in the face of uneven market competition that affects us here in the Pacific, especially in terms of providing affordable and reliable energy and transport services to our people? Ladies and gentlemen, in terms of seeking solutions to this problem, some form of regional integration of national efforts and pooling of resources by national government and development partners is required. We need to work together. This is the only way to be able to address this. The program This, I presume, is one of the key objectives of our meeting here in the next 3 days. We are here to discuss, we are here to dialogue, we are here to share ideas, to come up with some feasible practical solution to our common problems in the areas of energy and transport services for the Pacific Island countries. Ladies and gentlemen, as Pacific people, we have a common heritage and we have a common development problems. Our collective 9 million population of the Pacific is spread out in uneven land masses, from the big resource-rich and volcanic islands of Papua New Guinea and Solomons and Fiji, to the small coral atolls of Tuvalu, Kiribati, and the Marshall Islands. Our uneven share of landmass, natural resources, and endowment brings with it a major challenge in terms of our sustainable development. We are bound together as Pacific people by the fact that we share the vast resources of our Pacific Ocean, and also we share the same vulnerabilities and associated problems. The Pacific Ocean is our major lifeblood. It is the source of life for many of our communities. life from the vast fisheries resources it offers to our people. At the same time, it is also a major source of our vulnerability because it is the main breeding ground of tropical cyclones, tidal waves, tsunamis, and flooding. With climate change taking place around the globe, the frequency of these natural disasters is becoming more pronounced and more severe, more frequent for our individual economies to bear. The cost of these disasters on our economies, especially on our infrastructure, is large and often sustainable. Unexpected events and natural disasters bring destruction to our communities and negatively impact our economic growth and negatively impact sustainable development and negatively impact Pacific people. Ladies and gentlemen, though as Pacific people we have many development problems that are common to all of us, problems in the areas of energy and transport services, we are still confident that we can seek and find solutions to our development problems in the Pacific way, in the Pacific way of in the Pacific way of dialogue, of sharing ideas and experience that can assist us in our development. Regional and international meetings like this one allow us to come together with our international experts, our development partners, to map out a framework and roadmaps to address the problems and challenges facing our individual countries and the region. And with the advancement of new modern technologies in these two sectors, this kind of international gathering is an ideal opportunity for all of us to seek the best way forward to address our development challenge so that our countries can achieve sustainable development in the long term. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very exhaustive and grueling 3 days of intense discussion on energy and transport matters that are of national importance to our respective countries. These issues include, in the energy sector, the following issues: energy policy and the regulatory framework, energy security, energy data repository, renewable energy sources and programs and new technologies, energy infrastructure development, energy efficiency measures, and sustainable energy programs. In the area of maritime transport, I note that the focus shall be on the following areas: maritime safety and security in terms of search and rescue activities and coordination of the same, maritime policies and regulatory frameworks, data sharing agreements, STCW Manila amendments and its requirements, which include seafarers training programs, hydrographic requirements and international obligations, ports issues and aids to navigations, sustainable transport, establishment of a Central Pacific Shipping Commission, shipping franchise scheme, and sea route licensing. Finally, in the area of aviation, I note the forum will also be discussing the following: aviation research program and air services agreements, Pacific Island Civil Aviation Safety and Security Treaty, and the Pacific Aviation Safety Office Reform Program. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that some of the issues highlighted above are not easy to reach an agreement on, as they are quite sensitive to national governments, as they may impinge on issues of national sovereignty. But nevertheless, I believe in consensus building in such regional meetings such as this one, taking into account our Pacific way of reaching consensus. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a challenge that is posed to all of us today, and I hope that the outcome of this meeting will go a long way in addressing these problems and challenges for the benefit of our people and their development. With those few words, I have great pleasure in declaring the Second Pacific Regional Energy and Transport Ministers Meeting open.